there's no wind in space, how is the flag waving? Hi again, welcome back. Long time no speak, you know? It feels like we've been not speaking for a while for some reason, because, you know, the cover, If you don't know this about me, I really like conspiracy theories, and not like them as in like, I go out trying to find conspiracy theories. It's like when they're presented to me and when I, you know, find out more about them, I just get so obsessed. I just can't get enough. Like, I just get so into it and I start to believe it. My life, you know, just gets taken over. So this conspiracy theory, very controversial, I'm aware. Let me not say whether I agree or not now. Actually, let me just say I don't think they landed. I'm sorry, like, shoot me, no, please don't. Please feel free to try and convince me in the comments if you think they did land on the moon, but of some very interesting reasons, evidence, you could call it, as to why I don't think they did. Okay, so let's get, you know, background information. Okay, so if you don't know, Apollo 11, spaceflight, 2 humans on the moon, Americans specifically, on the moon, 1969 at 8:18 p.m. Why did I say the 8:18 p.m? These 2 astronauts, obviously everyone knows Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, not so much, kind of a sideman. It was the first spaceflight to like land on the moon, right? You may be thinking, but there's no reason for them to fake landing on the moon. Why would they fake landing on the moon? There's no point. But there was a point. There was a very interesting, very so US, Soviet Union, Cold War, yeah? The space race, right? So they were in a space race. They wanted to get to the moon first before the Soviet Union. Landing on the moon was seen as such a national and technological accomplishment, and it would generate worldwide acclaim for the people who landed on the moon first. So I'm not blaming them, right? I'm not blaming them. All of the conspiracy theories basically claim that NASA faked most or all of the landing on the moon. President John F. Kennedy said in one of his speeches that trying to get to the moon would be risky and expensive. You're probably wondering, just get onto the evidence, yeah, try to convince me that they didn't land on the moon, right? Okay, number 1, so you're in space. Now, the one singular only light source in space is the sun. The sun. Everyone knows you shine the sun on something, produces a shadow on the other side, right? So if there's only one light source in space, shouldn't all the shadows be going in the same direction? No? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. So why is it that on the pictures that they have, the shadows are all facing, the shadows facing different directions? Bit shady. See what I did there? So either they faked it, either it was set up, or they took lights with them to space, which is possible, but that also means they're not telling us the whole story. Okay, another thing, stars. Everyone knows, you know, twinkle twinkle little star, right? So why is it, tell me, why is it that in all of the photos that they took, there are no stars? I don't want to like jump to conclusions, maybe there just were no stars in that particular point in the sky. It just doesn't make sense. There's a distinct lack of light source from the stars anyway, but there's no atmosphere to cloud the stars, so theoretically it shouldn't be difficult to see them. Some say that they faked it and NASA left the stars out because it would have been difficult for them to like precisely map them on to the image. Another thing, the flag that they took up with them, right? They placed it in the ground. The flag was waving. Like, you don't have to be a genius to know that there's no atmosphere in space, there's no air in space, there's no wind in space. How is the flag waving? I don't think Neil Armstrong could have blown hard enough to make that flag wave that much. Another thing, feeling a slight sense of deja vu when I look at these 2 photos. Basically, they're 2 photos. NASA claim that these 2 photos were taken miles apart. So why is it, when you look at these photos, they have the exact same background? How can 2 completely different locations look exactly the same in the background? That's like saying, oh yeah, I'm sitting here right now, I'm gonna walk 50 miles that way and still look like I'm sitting right, no. Okay, and another thing, this thing really blew my mind. This thing really confused me. So the moon's surface is like dusty, right? I mean, I haven't been there personally, apparently they have. When they landed on the moon, there was no dust going anywhere, there was no like sprinkling of dust, there was nothing on, there was no impact, like crater, and even when it was taking back off, there was nothing. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So why is it that there was no reaction from the moon? Like I'm not a scientist, but lastly, one of my favorites, Mirror Mirror on the Moon. Or was it Magic Mirror on the Moon? That's for another video, the Mandela effect. Woo! This is basically Neil Armstrong is taking a picture, like, of Buzz Aldrin, right? On the moon. And you can see in Buzz Aldrin's visor the reflection of Neil Armstrong. And you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, mirrors, yeah, so things reflect, right? Things reflect, right? Yes, on Earth, things reflect. And fair enough, the moon is reflective, but its albedo, which is the amount of light it reflects, is 0.12. And because obviously we have nothing, like you don't know what the albedo is of Earth unless you look it up. A material with that same albedo, coal. Yes, coal. The black stuff. So if it has the same reflective ability as coal, why can we see Neil Armstrong in the visor? Last time I forgot my mirror, I couldn't just reach into my bag and grab some coal. You might ask, how did they do it? Have you heard of Area 51? You know how no one's allowed to go there? You know how you get like shot if you get too close? Yeah. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. I'm kind of exhausted. If you enjoyed, don't forget to thumbs up, comment down below if you want to argue. Camera did some stuff, I just thought I'd say, I don't know, I felt inclined. Also, remember to subscribe and turn my notifications on so that you don't miss any videos. Social media links will be in the description below. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you next time. Danelia's outside, so bye. Danelia! Oh my days! 2 seconds.